Welcome back to Daytime at 9. All right, if you are a loved one that's suffering from memory loss and need answers to your questions, we have all the help that you need. Harry Croft from Clinical Trials of Texas is here. How you doing, sir?
I am doing well. Thanks for having me.
All right, sir. Well, you know, memory loss, it's very, it happens as we progress and get older, and it's a lot of the time, no pun intended, but a lot of the times we don't understand it. You know, how can we get some help to some of the questions that are out there?
Yeah, the big question, Alex, is I can't remember my name. I can't remember names of people that I've met. I can't remember where I put my keys. I can't remember in the parking lot where I left my car. Is that normal, or is that something I need to worry about? And the big worry, of course, is does that mean I'm getting Alzheimer's disease? The reality is that memory loss is normal as we age, and our population is aging, as you know. And the things that I mentioned are not necessarily abnormal. Forgetting the name of somebody, and then later on that day, it comes to, that's who it was.
Absolutely.
That's the word I was thinking about. That's normal memory. What's abnormal is the memory plus other things. For example, it happens all the time. You ask a question, and then you ask the same question that's just been answered. That's not normal memory. You put the keys in the drawer for the utensils or in the refrigerator. That's abnormal memory.
I got you. So is there a certain age that we should be, questioned about, maybe, like, or is age not a factor? Is it just more or less when you find yourself kind of forgetting, kind of get screened for something like that?
At age 65, there may be 1 in 10 folks who may have early dementia, and that number goes up. So by the time people are 80 or 85, that number may be 1 out of 3. So people should be concerned, but not necessarily worried. And that's why we do memory screens, to help them decide, is this just normal aging, or is this a symptom that I might be developing something else?
Well, how do they determine the two when it comes to dementia and Alzheimer's? Like, how do they decipher the two?
So that's a big question, you know. Is it dementia or is it Alzheimer's? Well, dementia means that you have problems not only maybe with memory, but with thinking and remembering and paying attention. And that memory in dementia, that cognitive dysfunction, the inability to think clearly, is then associated with problems conducting your everyday life. So you can't do your checkbook anymore, and you may have trouble with driving, and you may forget and leave things on the stove. That becomes something we call dementia. Well, there are lots of causes of dementia. The most common cause is called Alzheimer's disease, and that accounts for maybe 2 out of 3 parts. But there are other causes, strokes, and problems with medication and depression and Parkinson's disease. So Alzheimer's is one type of dementia.
All right, so how could we go about getting some possibly free screening? Let's say our parents or grandparents or just somebody that we might know that might need some help.
Sure. At Clinical Trials of Texas, we have a program called Do Something About Memory Loss. And what we do is we do a screen. Well, that screen is a pen and paper test. It takes about 10 or 15 minutes, and it comes up with a score. And if the score is high, that means there's probably little to worry about. If the score is lower than it should be, then it means we ought to take the next step and have it evaluated. So if they'll contact us at Clinical Trials of Texas, saresearch.com, or DoSomethingAboutMemoryLoss.com, they may qualify for a free screening.
All right, well, here's y'all's special offer, a free memory screening. All you have to do is call 210-852-4369. And here's more information that you would also need for Clinical Trials of Texas. Dr. Floyd Curl, you can give them a call at 210-852-4369 or go to DoSomethingAboutMemoryLoss.com. Doctor, thank you very much for everything that you just gave us. Very informative.
My pleasure.